Okay, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thanks for joining us for this video to blog live session. I'm joined by Andrew Petrovics from Video to Blog, the founder. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm just trying to share this to our group on Facebook. As usual, Meta is giving me a hard time. No matter how long I make the intro, still can't get it to share. But it's always something. So Andrew, tell us first where you're from.
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Roll Tide? Are you a Alabama
Yeah,
football fan? Okay.
yeah, Roll Tide indeed. That's
Roll
where I went to undergrad. So yeah.
Oh, really nice. Yeah, my little cousin went there, and she, coming from New York, she just became a total Alabama fan, football team, all that good stuff. Anil's in the house. Hey, what's up, Anil? He's another big video tool fan, so and transcription stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's good to have him here, and whoever else is in the chat, please comment, say hello, and let's go with the origin story video to blog. Like, what's your background? How did you get to starting this thing? Video to blog, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So I am a software engineer by trade. I've been I'll call it an aspiring entrepreneur for a really long time. Like once I got out of school, I, joined the corporate world and quickly found out that wasn't for me. So I've been trying to do my own thing for a while now. I had my own startup for about 3 years, but had to give that up. And so kind of been hacking at things ever since. So I've created a lot of products, and they've all not had great success. And so, um, but I was working on, when AI came out, was starting to work on some ideas. And the way I got the idea for video to blog was, so I would randomly scroll Upwork. I actually heard some great advice from a mentor who said that's a really good way to find ideas, is to
Yeah.
see who's hiring contractors.
And
And
for
so I would
what? Yeah.
Exactly. So I would that always stuck with me. So I would periodically scroll Upwork and other contracting platforms, and yeah, one day I just saw a posting of someone who was pasting transcripts from their video into Chat GPT, but the problem they were having is their transcripts were too long. And I was building a product, not video to blog, something separate that already had this solved. And so I saw that. I reused some code and threw up an MVP of video to blog. Took me about a day. I didn't think anyone was going to like it, but I posted on Reddit, and the feedback was really good compared to what I'm used to. And so, yeah, I've just been hacking away at it ever since.
And you've been using are you using Whisper technology, and obviously OpenAI, GPT-4 mini, I believe, are you using, or
Yeah. What we so yeah, as far as the AI model, I test. I continually test whenever they all come out. We've switched to Mini recently because we've revised our prompt, and we've done a lot of other interesting techniques to get really great blog output. And
yeah.
we used to let the user choose the model, but uh, they kept picking Mini, so and I
Mini,
agreed with them.
yeah, I saw a lot of comments, questions in the AppSumo deal. Like people like, oh, you should use Claude, you should use this one. It's like a
I,
balancing act. Everyone has their favorite.
and I agree with them. I expected Claude 3.5 to be the best. I expected GPT 4.0. Is that your daughter?
Yeah. The other daughter,
Hey.
Scarlett. Hey, say hi. I know you can't hear him right now. That's the founder, Andrew, of Video to Blog. This is her teddy bear, brother bear. They like to jump in on the lives every once in a while, say hi. And since her little sister was on the last one, she got mad. She wants to be on this one for a second, but you gotta go
That's
eat.
only fair.
It's only fair.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Sorry about that. I got to
great.
teach her about AI. I'm working on that.
No, I have a daughter of my own, so I definitely
Oh yeah,
understand.
how old?
She is 7 months now, so I
Wow.
got my training wheels on, so I'm
Oh
still trying to figure it
yeah.
out.
Oh, the set. Oh, that's the fun time. Yeah, we have a 5-year-old girl, and she's the 7-year-old. So It's a lot. It's, as you know, you're right now in the middle of it, and you're developing a platform, an AI tool, which has got to be fun juggling, both worlds.
Always, always. Yeah, I'll definitely have to hit you up for some daughter dad advice after this.
ChatGPT, actually Perplexity. There's a few AI tools that have helped here and there when we needed
Oh,
it.
really?
So it's good, but I could definitely help you out, give you some advice, and tell you what doesn't work because I have a lot of experience with messing things up. So
Same here. So yeah,
yeah, it's trial and error, as long as they're okay. But the first one, I know you want to like put a helmet on them and like bubble wrap them and protect them, and then the second one comes along and you're like, it's all right. She fell. She'll be okay. Like I remember the first one we dropped the pacifier. We're like bleaching it, cleaning it. It's like ridiculous. But yeah, sorry. Back to your world, video to blog.
um,
So you're using, we were on the 4.0, right? You're using that.
yeah.
And I guess you're keeping up to date with the new, like now they just released Strawberry, um, all these, language models. Are you ready, prepared in case you need to adjust or add a new language model to it? Would you ever add Claude? Things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I still have all the code. Like it's built if I wanted to use Claude. Again, it's like we've done all the testing. We can't tell a difference.
Yeah.
We used to let our users choose a model, and like they would always, all of them for the most part, not all of them, but like 90+%. Once they chose one model, like a GPT 4.0, they would switch back to the mini or
Yeah.
a Claude 3.5. I can speculate the reason why that is, but that would be speculation. But I'm assuming because in our prompt, which I can't dwell too
Oh
much
yeah.
because it's
Of
kind of our
course.
magic sauce. But
Yeah. Secret.
we give it a lot of really relevant information in addition to the transcript. So my assumption and speculation is that it's got everything it needs. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't need this huge model.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. No,
but
I don't. Yeah, I
but
don't
yeah,
think.
we
Sorry.
continuously we continuously test. So when new models come out, I've basically taken upon, hey, it's video to blog's responsibility to pick the best model, and so that's why we've kind of
I
removed
think
that.
I've been testing it for this week and going back and forth with you, discussing it, how it's working, and I was really impressed. I'm not an affiliate yet, but it's definitely it impressed me because I know right away we're like, oh, another video to transcription, another tool came out, and on AppSumo there's been quite a few. Like Video Tap was a recent one. That's great. I use it. It uses the Claude model. On the higher tiers, I think it's Claude Opus, and it works well. So when I saw a video to blog show up and I was like, oh, it's doing ChatGPT. I don't know. Is this just going to be another, wrapper, nothing special? Tried it out. Really impressed with the output. I shared it with friends, Anil in the group, and Derpreet. These other guys have probably messed around with it as well. And the output was great. The added SEO feature on the dashboard, which I think separates you apart from the others as well, is super awesome, really helpful. It's kind of having a neuron writer or a surfer right there built in. And then the humanize option, which I know there's a whole debate of that in the SEO world and the content world, where, Google really is not super worried about detecting the AI, but it's good to have that feature if you're paranoid like me sometimes. So I like that it had all this other stuff that some of the other tools don't have. And then I even discovered just the other day, you have those little shortcuts where you can make, Twitter, Facebook posts, email. It can do everything. It transcribes. It really has a lot of what Video Tap, Cast Magic, Hip Clip, even, I mean, it doesn't really do the Opus Minvo. You're not in that space. You're more primarily focused on the articles, correct? The articles that you could rank on Google. That's your main, I guess, focus, correct?
The whole focus of video to blog is put in a video. We want to give you the highest quality blog article possible, so that you know so that you have to do minimal editing. So yeah, we're focused on like that one thing, just what's the highest quality content we can give you, because with all, there's lots of AI generators out there, and they're just
Too
coming up
many.
with just coming up with AI crap, and so we're
Yeah.
trying to use AI but not be crap. And so yeah,
Yeah.
as of right now, that's our whole focus, is just how great of a blog article can we give you. And we do lots of refining of our prompt, and we hire content like experts to help refine that. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we're focused on at this
And
point.
with the screenshot option, with the stock photo, with the AI, it has so many options. Because some other tools will just do the screenshot grabs, which are usually awkward. It's like my face is like this one, it did great screenshots. I've used it on a couple of live sessions already. I'll probably use it for this one as well, and repurpose the content to go on my website. But it was great that it gave other options, not just that, not just the screenshots. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then I played around with the backslash, that you could have it do other things. You could insert other things. I mean, at first I was like, as the more I dove into this one, I was like, there's a lot here, and I don't know if people are missing out on it. That's why I was so happy that you want to do a live session so quickly, that we can kind of share. I know you already have you're up to 6 reviews on AppSumo. So the buzz is starting to get going. All right, this is not just another one, this has got potential. And I'm excited about it. So I can't wait till you kind of go under the hood a little more, share your screen. I was gonna ask you also, how big is your team? Is it basically just you? Do you have some contractors? Anybody else?
Yeah, I've hired some contractors for specific things. Like again, I've hired like some really expert content writers to help me refine our prompt and to get better output. And then that's the whole reason why I'm doing this AppSumo deal, was kind of for fundraising, so I can hire more contractors. But yeah, the
Yeah,
team's just me for now. But hopefully very soon I'll have a contractor to help write some documentation and
yeah,
tutorials. I think that's
yeah.
something that's super missing, that I want to resolve. And then, depending on how successful AppSumo is, I'd love to hire another developer to help, accelerate some feature development. But
Yeah,
that, yeah,
AppSumo is really great. I'm as also as a megaphone for you to kind of push the marketing out there even more. Correct? Like, not just the money is good, but it gets you out there to a new audience, that the LTD users that you probably wouldn't be able to get in touch with, unless you use something like AppSumo or one of the other lifetime deal platforms.
yeah, and I think it's only been like 4 days, but the feedback's been amazing. So like
Yeah.
I've already, probably in the 4 days, I've probably fixed 12 bugs that
Wow.
like previously no one ever mentioned about. And they're like small bugs, but like I just really appreciate them telling me that it's there, because a lot of them are just edge cases. But I want my product to work great, and so
Yeah.
the feedback's been amazing these past 4 days. And yeah,
And
it's been really
you have
good.
a baby, and you have a baby at home. You have a kid. Like, it's you're launching a product and you're responding. I saw you answering just about every question on the AppSumo deal page, and then you email me back right away, when after you launch, which usually I expect it, 5 days or so when someone launches. You've been really, really responsive, and that's impressive. And now that I know you have a little one at home as well, that's super. Props to you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, if I don't respond immediately, you're never going to hear from me. So
Yeah, that's how
that's
I
just the
am.
number
That's
one.
that's a good way of doing it, because once you get that inbox, it gets shuffled down. Forget it. But don't worry, you don't have to always respond to me, because I'll just bother you. I'll be like, "Hey, what about this?" Yeah, so don't.
No, 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 no. Well, like I said, if you don't hear from me in about 3 hours, you might as well just send another message, because I won't get to it. So, but that's just how I operate. If I just, yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, there's been a lot of, again, great feedback on AppSumo. I'm going to try to keep up the response rate as long as I can, but I'll probably have to cap it at some point, maybe after 30 days or 60 days. Just kind of, need to focus more on the feature development of it.
The future development. Yeah. How much longer are you going to be on there? I mean, you just kind of joined AppSumo, so is it like a month or a couple months or so, or?
It's a good question. I think the contract I signed with them said minimum 30, maximum 60. I'm not really
Okay.
sure how it works. I'm
Okay.
just
And
kind
then,
of
yeah,
trying
sometimes
to
they
just
ask you
plan my
back
year.
too, I know. So, but yeah, you're definitely focused on the post LTD. This is kind of special that you showed up there, just to give people a chance to buy the lifetime deal. But your
Yeah.
subscription model is pretty fair. The pricing's solid, so it's definitely value. I think this one will scale. But, well, fingers crossed.
I hope so. Yeah. I
um,
mean, yeah. I mean, it's been out there for almost a year, and that's our primary source of revenue is
yeah.
the other customers outside of AppSumo.
And you have the name, I mean, even for SEO terms, you have the name video to blog, which people are searching, and you're popping up because you own that. So that's great.
Yeah.
Um,
After creating so many products that fail, I'm very uncreative with my names. So just yeah,
it
video to blog's
works.
the first thing
Hey,
that came to mind.
it works. I guess you want to share your screen and show the people what it looks like who hasn't used it already. We already have some questions coming in. We
Yeah.
could
Let
save
me
that. We could save that towards the end if you want. Uh,
whichever. Happy
it's
to
your
do.
show, however you want to do it. Let's see.
Um, yeah, I'll share my screen, and then I mean, if you see some good questions,
Yeah, I'll
let's
star
begin.
them for later. Like, let's see. Like Interpret, our buddy, he calls everyone sir, so I always call him sir. How is it different from Blogify? I don't know if you're familiar with Blogify. That was, I think, an AppSumo.
No, but that's been asked twice on AppSumo, and so I think the response I get, sorry, it's saying I have to like quit and rejoin Chrome to share my screen. Is that
Okay.
gonna?
Yeah, you could quit, and I'll just sit here and dance for people.
Perfect.
To quit, restart, and come back as soon as you can. All right, it's just me. So if you want to ask questions, shoot, go ahead. And let's see, got Patrick here, Faz is here, Tamor. Let's see who else is here. Oh, he's back. Yep, that was fast.
But yeah, for the Blogify question, I'm not familiar with them, so I don't want to comment directly. But someone asked on AppSumo, and my my comment is, we offer a one blog a month trial, so you can just try ours and tell and see for yourself. But someone did comment on there that we had better quality output, but I can't
Okay.
speak to that directly because
Yeah. I always just tell people try it, and you have the refund window if you don't like it. But yeah.
yeah, exactly. So let me try to share my screen again, see if that works. Um, okay, yeah, I think we're good now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want me just to like walk through kind of the basic
Yeah.
flow?
Yeah. That works.
Yeah, I've got a video pulled up. This is like an Excel tutorial that's under the Creative Commons license. It's not my video, but it's under that license, so I can use it. But yeah, so the first thing about video blog is I wanted to make it as simple as possible. You just paste in a link and hit create blog. And so I'll just do that real quick. Um, and that's kind of like, one of just the way I really like products. I like them to be as simple as possible. And so that's literally you just paste in a link, click a button, and it's going to generate a blog. We did make a change pretty recently to we manually not manually, but we transcribe every video using our premium transcription service, which I think you asked about this earlier. We use they're called Descript, so we don't use Whisper.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
um,
The script's
and
good.
and so we got the best quality from them. So it takes a little bit longer as opposed to using the transcript on the YouTube video, but we found the output in many cases is just so much better. So we just made that the default. Um, but as simple as that, like you'll start getting it'll start generating a blog for you. And once this is done, I'll kind of show you maybe some more like premium features that get used a lot. But just to get a blog on the screen, something to work with, that's all it takes. Just paste in a link and click a button, and
It has been pretty
that's it.
fast for me. I mean, I know you got a lot of tabs open now, and you're streaming live, which could slow down everything. But I gotta say, compared to the other ones, that they're hit or miss. Sometimes they'll go for like hours. This thing pretty fast.
Yeah, that's the whole goal. We just want to, yeah, like what's the least amount of friction in between hitting that button and seeing something on the screen. So yeah, we try to make it as fast as possible, with the exception of, we don't want to sacrifice quality, so that's why we do transcribe
Yeah.
every video. But so cool, it's a blog, but there's not really anything great about this. So we can regenerate it. I can kind of show you some more premium features. So one, and it's probably the most important thing, the most underutilized thing. We're trying to make this more prominent, but you can put in your own instructions, and you can say anything like the examples here. A great use of this that I probably don't highlight enough is that you can paste links in here, and we'll automatically parse those links and go look at the website to feed it to the AI. So this is great for two things. One, for putting in writing examples. If you're like, hey, I want my blog to look like this, you can just paste the links directly, and it really improves the quality of the blog. As well as if you wanted to include sources, you can just say something like include these sources, and then just paste in various links, and again, we'll just behind the scenes, we'll actually go hit those URLs, get all the HTML, and feed that to the AI, since as AI doesn't really go and parse links. So this is something I'm trying to get better at: documentation and user to the UX to really focus users on this field. But that said, these three options to me, are kind of like what make a blog really good. Other than the content, is images. Everyone wants images in their blogs. They're make the blog much easier to read.
Yeah.
Um,
Break it up. Yeah.
exactly, and then links, which is great not only for SEO, because you're telling Google and the search engines, what your blog is related to, but
Yep.
also just for the user who's reading it, it's great to link to other content so they can keep reading. And then we recently added the CTA field, because I think a lot of people were wanting that, and so that's a great way to put in a nice, pretty call to action to say subscribe now, or lead them to a different website. So I'll kind of go through these. Let's start with like the screenshots maybe. So I picked this video. It's an Excel tutorial. So this is someone sharing their screen. So it's a great candidate to put in screenshots. You would want to do this for for other videos. Say if it's like an interview, two people, I wouldn't recommend putting in screenshots of two people talking.
Yeah.
So in that case, you might want to add like a stock image instead, and that's something we can do as well. But for videos like this, where you're sharing the screen, doing a tutorial, screenshots are great. So
Oh,
we'll
can I
see.
can I ask you actually also, because
Yeah,
this was brought up in another group just yesterday about YouTube, the terms of service, and I've heard this in the past that they're like, "Oh, you can't." I mean, I would only use this, and I think most people would use this for their own videos, so there's not a problem there because you're giving permission. But is there any issue with using video to blog on other people's YouTube content, which is public? I think when you check off when you're a creator, you can allow people to download, share, embed. Is there any issues coming up with that? I've been curious about that.
it's a great question. I have a little bit of a yeah. I'll make this as not long winded as possible, but
Yeah.
yeah. I have to first say that, one, I'm not a lawyer, so take
Yeah.
my everything I say with that with a grain of salt, and consult a lawyer. But two, from my understanding, and is that the owner of the video owns the rights. So technically, yes, that's copyright infringement if you use someone else's videos. But that said, uh, how many people do that? I haven't seen many cases of that. I've actually seen the opposite. I've seen some cases of YouTubers explicitly saying that you can reuse their content, because for them, it's extra exposure.
Yeah.
So if you think of YouTube Shorts, I see tons of YouTube Shorts that are repurposing other people's content. It's the same thing. My my recommendation, if you're using it not on your videos, which video blog is designed to was designed and
Yeah.
is to use on your own videos, my recommendation is, one, you can search in YouTube like I just did. Let's just say tutorial. You can explicitly search with videos with the
Yeah.
Creative Commons. So if
Yeah. I
they have a
think that's
Creative
what
Commons
Patrick
license,
mentioned. Yeah.
then you're good. That's saying you can use it for
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
My other recommendation is to If you're using someone else's video, give them credit. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just the right thing to do more than anything.
Yeah.
So, I think the protocol typically is if someone didn't like that, they wouldn't see you directly. You would get a cease and desist.
Yeah.
So that's kind
I
of my long-winded answer on
No,
it.
that's perfect, actually. That's a great answer, and I think makes sense, because I mean, for years, especially in the SEO field, people have been SEOs, content creators, have been just scraping YouTube, rephrasing with AI, transcript, getting the old school transcript of it, and just spinning it through Quillbot or other tools, and just kind of using the content for themselves, like for their client, which was kind of like a little shady, it's not, but you're getting like the core, or they would write off of that content, that you would get off of a YouTube video. But I think your explanation is perfect. It's the right thing to do. Try to use your own or go through the filters on YouTube. But I think most use case would be for your own content, because you want to, scale your brand, your business. It'll help you, because a lot of people, the one reason I got into doing more YouTube is I could not type as much. I didn't have time. I thought it was easier just to speak, and I talk a lot, as you could tell. So I would just put out videos and then just transcription, boom, done. I'm killing two birds with one stone. So a tool like this could actually, if you don't have your own YouTube channel, could push you to get your own, just to create your content. And hey, if you have 10 subscribers, so what? It's fine. You're getting that content, and you're having this thing, in a couple of minutes to spit out content for you, and make it, polish it. It takes out all the ums and the junk words, and it makes me sound coherent, which I love. So video to blog is like my new smart friend.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad you said that because that's something. Yeah, I'm like I've discovered recently, and I'm still discovering that. Like sometimes, like when I want to write a blog, it's a lot of times it's easier to do what you just said, which
Yeah.
is shoot a video, put it into here.
Shoot a video. Yeah.
Um, and so I need to think more about that because I think there's some interesting use cases around it. But yeah, I'm really glad you mentioned
Yeah. No.
that.
So yeah, sorry.
No,
Back on track.
that was a great question.
Thanks.
But yeah, we regenerated this blog and we added screenshots, and it's as easy as that. And so these screenshots, they are uh, designed to get you pretty close. I think in this case, all the screenshots are relevant. And so, but if they're off for whatever reason, we give you other choices that you can easily select. And if we're still off, you just click a button and you can go and pick whatever screenshot you want. So our goal is to automatically add screenshots to the blog so you don't have to. But if it's a little off, we try to make it as easy as possible to get it right. Um, so yeah, so adding screenshots in that case is as simple as that. I won't do the stock images, but that's pretty much the same thing. We pull stock images from Unsplash, so
Okay.
you can add those either as a featured, just as a featured image, which I would probably recommend, depending on like the video or the blog, or you can add stock images throughout your blog, and it's pretty good at that.
Do you find it
Um,
better to embed the video? I did the ones that I've been doing. I haven't done the embed video feature up top. Um, I mean, I guess for bounce rate, it would help to have the embed video, but you could just do none, correct? And just do the screenshots.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a strong recommendation one over the other.
Trial and error. Yeah.
Yeah,
Depends how you want to set up your linking, I guess, on your website. That's the decision, I guess, everyone can make for themselves.
yeah. It depends on what your goal is. Depends on is the goal of the blog to give your readers a way to digest that material without having to watch the video, or is the point of that blog to provide a little tease so that they do watch the video? Just
Yeah.
kind of depending on your goals, it depends on
Yeah. Yeah.
what you want to do there. Um,
No, but I like
uh,
tools like this because you could experiment. Like you'll probably get feedback from users that like, hey, I'm doing this with video to blog, and you're like, oh, great, I never even thought about that. So it's good having a
yeah,
tool that's flexible like this.
exactly. Yeah, we have getting tons of great feedback, and that's what drives all the feature development. And then I think what I'm learning now is that a lot of people they don't know how to write great blogs, and so that's why now I'm actually working with really great expert content writers and bloggers, and getting them to kind of tell me, like how exactly do you create a great blog so that we can video
Yeah.
the blog. If you're not sure what to do, that we can be much more opinionated,
Oh,
basically.
that's great. That's great.
So
You have
that's,
your own little, like, research department now, what
yeah,
works and what doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I say with,
exactly.
content creation, it's you gotta throw some things against the wall, see what works. And every niche is different, and then also the authority that you have on the website already is a huge factor. So something that works
Yeah.
for something that's ranking really well, and it's a big Fortune 500 company, might not work for your mom and pop business, so you have to kinda play around, mess around, and, see what works.
You're exactly right. Just all about experimenting with it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll quickly go over these actually about like the next important thing about vlogs, other than the order is great content, and then you want some visuals, some images in there, and then you want links. And so we provide right now just three ways to add links. So the first one is to automatically include links from the video description. This gets used a bunch. So often the YouTube video will have links in there that are relevant. And so all you gotta do is click a checkbox. It will look at all those links in the YouTube description, and the AI will automatically include those in the blog. This is something I added 5 days ago, I think. So, and again, this was based off user feedback. I think 3 people reached out to me. So now you can also add your own sitemap,
That's
and that
great.
will the AI will go out, crawl your website, and again, the AI will include relevant links from your website into the blog as well. And then if nothing else, you can just add any custom link that you want to include in there, and the AI is going to add it automatically. Um, so I'll really, quickly go. I mean, so these other ones you can add a CTA, creates a nice, pretty CTA that you can customize. You can add that anywhere in your blog. And then we have some more options down here that I think this one's actually pretty popular. People want to generate longer blogs. We give them an option
Yeah,
to do
I
that.
like that. Yeah,
You can, this is another one that gets used a lot, is you can specify a language. So it doesn't matter so by default, we're going to generate the blog in whatever language the video's in. But you can absolutely translate that blog. So you can, if the video's in Spanish, you can generate that blog in English, or whatever language. It doesn't matter what language the
that's great.
video's in. So that gets used a lot. We've added these. I tried to get rid of these multiple times, but users keep complaining and want me to put them back in. I really want people to use the custom instructions instead of these, but it gives people an easy option to customize the tone, the point of view, as well as add table of contents and frequently asked questions. Again, you can easily just specify this in the custom instructions, and it will do the same. But everyone gets mad when I remove these, so I've kept them in there. And then there's some other options down here, but yeah, that's pretty much like a rough overview of kind of like the customization options we give when you're generating a blog. The only other thing I guess I would mention is, after you generate a blog, we definitely want you to proofread it and edit it and customize it more
Fact
to,
check it. Yeah, everything.
yeah, exactly, to create, again, because our goal is to create quality content. If you're not proofreading your blog, you're not creating good
Yeah.
quality
Yeah,
content.
I
So
think that's more important than even the, AI detection that a lot of people are worried about more, is just fact check it, make sure it's useful content. Because AI will go off the rails once in a while and throw some, like, nugget in there that is not factually correct, likes to do that. I think it's that watermark.
yeah, exactly. Now that's it, because that is true. But that's it. I have not come across that scenario in ours, because I mean everything's going to come from the video,
Yeah.
and we do in our prompt. We're very strict about do not make up any information. Only use what's in the
Well,
video.
that's why I like the
Um,
video transcription, because you said, like you said, it comes through the video, so it's your voice, or the interview, and then when you're just having an AI writer create it, that's where it gets a little more wild. So I think using a video as the base for your content is crucial now in the AI age.
yeah, yeah, absolutely agree. Um, and but yeah, so we try to give users tool that they need to edit their blog in the easiest way possible. So you can press slash, and you got tons of options. You can write AI images. We have an AI writer. You can specify a prompt to get more text. You can add images, screenshots, everything. And this is something I'm actually going to rework pretty soon, and to give users more ability just to edit things. But other than that, we do have content analyzers. So again, not to be a broken record, but our goal is to like help users create the highest quality content possible. And so we have these tools to help check the content for you. Joe, I'm with you. This AI content detector, it's not something I'm worried about. I would urge people worry more about creating great content, not about this AI content detector. But lots of people really requested this, and I'm happy to provide that feature. And so we use a third party called Ghost AI, I think.
Yeah, I was using it yesterday. I did want to ask you, is that the humanize option, does that hit another credit every time you hit it, use it? Like, you have like 30 blogs per month. If a user hits humanize, would that count as another blog article, or no, it doesn't go against the credit system?
No, so we did previously to AppSumo. We were on a credit system. The feedback we got from our users was that they don't like credits, so we don't have a credit system now. It's just capped at blogs. So no, you
Okay.
can use all these features as much as you want. We just cap you at the amount of blogs.
I
So
think the deal is $49 for 10 articles, right? That's the lowest tier you have right now in AppSumo. I think it's 10 articles, right? 10 blog articles, $49, which is pretty good because you get all these features in there, and you're not going to hit with credits if you play around. It just counts for one transcription of a blog, basically, right?
exactly,
That's great.
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, you can humanize as much as you want. And so yeah, that's one feature we have. But again, I'm with you. I don't think it's that important, but a lot of people do. So
To
we've
have,
offered that.
make everyone happy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, we just provide other tools to help you determine, hey, is this blog quote unquote high quality? Again, this is something that we're still working on improving to provide other tools. That's what I'm working with other content experts on to help to to help users determine, hey, what is a high quality blog?
Yeah, and I
Um,
think what Anil is saying here is that it's good to have this because it like speeds up a workflow. You don't have to jump from tool to tool, where usually you would have to do this, then you'd have to go to Neuron Writer or Surfer or another tool, and you can just do it here. And if you're into the humanizer, you need another tool for that. So I guess if you just want everything in one package, this is great.
yeah, that's our whole goal. And if, I'm always listening to feedback. If there's something missing here, we'd love to hear about it because we
Well,
would
don't
love to
listen to
add
all of
more.
us because we get crazy sometimes. We'll start asking you to do other things. You're like, oh man, these guys are crazy. Stay with the core. Stay with your vision. But it's
Now,
great. It's great you're listening to us.
two, uh, at least two people need to ask me for the same feature before I develop it. So
Yeah, yeah.
as long as multiple people are saying it, yeah,
And
I'll develop it.
you have like a roadmap where people can vote, or you just kind of through email
I,
they can contact you.
I do. I have a I have this. People really aren't using it. I need to
Using
make
it.
it more prominent. But like,
Okay.
yeah, you can put feature requests in here, and I absolutely look at everything in here. But people haven't been very active, probably because I'm not making it prominent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm working on creating a more roadmap.
Okay.
But right now you can put in feature requests, and
Okay.
I
That's
look at them
fine.
all.
That's fine.
Um, so yeah, other than that, we automatically generate metadata for you. All of this will get exported whenever you export your blog, whether it's directly to your website using one of our integrations, or just exporting HTML. All of that metadata gets
And you could
generated for you.
copy the link. And I was sharing the link on Facebook the other day. You can just copy this link and show other people, the
Oh
article as
yeah,
well, which is great.
yeah. You can simple as that. So I think I've gotten some requests about putting allowing custom domains and stuff, and it's something I'll probably add in the near future because I think people are using this less to share links and more to actually host their blog, which I'm fine with. Yeah, there's probably some improvements there
Okay.
or some enhancements that will come. in the future. But yeah, again, all this SEO metadata gets added automatically. Also, uh, something you can't see, which I need to fix soon, is that there's no you don't see an alt tag here, but our
Yeah.
AI does automatically create all alt tags, which is important
Oh,
for
great.
SEO for all these images. You just can't see them, but you will see it when you export. Other than that, yeah, we also generate some promotions to make it easier to share on social media. Um, and yeah, I'm trying to think of what else, but I think that's like a rough,
Oh, that's
overview of
great.
kind of everything.
No, that was perfect.
Awesome. Let me.
Yeah, all these options. I mean, I agree with Anna. Like, I was stumbling across another feature like every day I was using this. I was like, wow, it has this. It even has the promotion stuff. So that's great. But yeah, we have some
Yeah,
questions. I guess we can go through that. No, that was perfect. You just ran through it, give people an idea of what it can do, and I'm sure a lot of people didn't even realize it could how much it can do. Let's see. Go to the top of these questions. I got a bunch. Let's see here. Patrick. Hey, Patrick. Are you expecting to have a permanent fix on screenshots beyond uploading the video directly?
yeah, it's a great question. So to give some context, so our automatic screenshots works, I'd say probably about 90% of the time. That I am working as hard as I can to stabilize that more, and I have an idea that I'm going to execute this weekend. Basically, the issue is that YouTube doesn't let you download the video, so they are constantly trying to block us from doing that, and so it's just a constant battle.
Yeah.
We're So I don't have an immediate permanent fix, but again, from all of my tracking, it works 90% of the time. It's just that 10% we're trying to stabilize. I'm hoping this AppSumo campaign helps with that. If I have some more funds, I can do
Yeah.
some more tricks.
Yeah.
Um, so we're working on it, but that hasn't impacted any other part other than just those automatic screenshots. You can always upload the video if that's an issue, and and you can also manually add screenshots as well. That should always work.
Patrick, any plans to improve table of contents?
I didn't know it needed improvement. I'd love to know more
Yeah.
details.
Yeah, Patrick, let us know.
It's pretty straightforward
Yeah,
feature.
yeah. I
Yeah.
had I actually the blogs I produced, they were great. Even when I regenerated, everything was good. So it looks like the always put screenshots right underneath the featured image block. Any fix coming soon?
That's again, that's great feedback. That's something. If it's doing that, so we let the AI have a lot of freedom. We found it produces better content the more freedom you get. So I think
Yeah.
that's just maybe in that specific case. But if you that's something you can specify in the custom instructions. So if you put in the custom instructions, hey, don't include a screenshot at the beginning of the blog,
Oh, okay.
it should take care of that.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, Patrick, mess around with that. See how it works. Anil, would be great to see some SERP data with our target keyword.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've looked at like adding stuff like that to because that would be something that's super useful. I, I don't know if that's going to come anytime soon because every API that I've looked at to get that data is super expensive, and
Yeah.
so for me to add a feature like that, it's going to cost a lot for the user, and so it's something I'll look into though. I totally get the need for it.
Interpret
Um,
multiple languages. Yeah, it supports, right? Different
yeah,
fonts. I don't know.
it supports every language. As far as fonts, we expect you to export this to your website for the most part. Like 90% of our users do that, so that would be the font would be on your website. But if you're sharing it and hosting it, we don't have the ability to change the font yet. But that's great feedback. That's the first time I've heard that request.
Seymour, did you face any indexing issues? I don't know if it's
Should
with me or I'm still testing it, but Andrew, you could probably.
I guess I'm assuming he's talking about like when you're sharing your blog, maybe.
Yeah, I guess when you create it and probably put it on a page, I mean, there's a lot of variables. I can just say from an SEO background, uh, it depends on a lot, like I mentioned before, with the authority of the site, what other content you have on the site. Is the content useful? Are you editing it There's if you're lazy about it and you just copy paste and spam, it might not stick. But Andrew, you could, from your case studies from your clients, have you seen like indexing success and then maybe not so much with others um,
Yeah,
on
I'm still not
Google?
sure if I'm sure. If he's talking about indexing like through our share link, we explicitly do not like your when you share on your link, those are not indexed. We explicitly
Yeah,
do not index those. Again, that's something maybe we can add in the future if we add in custom domains. As far as indexing when you're exporting to your website,
that's I think I'm
I don't know.
guessing that's where he's going. Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't just the share link, that's good for showing people clients. It's probably useful for that, right? For sharing with clients and team members to kind of look at
Yeah,
it, get ideas before you publish it. Um from my experience when I've used other tools or any I haven't had issues for the most part, and if I did, then there's other things you got to do with backlinking and PR, interlinking. But there's a lot going in. I mean, you could handwrite content and it might not index. And Google is going through all these updates. It's very finicky, especially lately. It's so volatile. It's trial like anything else, trial and error. But
yeah,
yeah. In Dirtbeat, can we select a certain timeline of video that needs to only do the part of the blog? Like, I guess, cut to
yeah,
a certain part of the video?
yeah. It's the very last option in the more options. We give you the option to select a specific time in the video. So yeah, that's there.
Any possibility we can rephrase? You can rephrase, right? Regenerate, edit the blog wording,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it will take care of the fillers.
Yeah,
It
hundred
did
percent.
did for me. I'm a whole I know, I got so many safety words. Does it support webhooks or RSS feed?
No, that's like one of the bigger items next up on my list is automation. I don't know how that's going to look yet, but webhooks is a possibility.
We have a lot of good people in the community, like Interpret and others. So if you get on Facebook or LinkedIn, I guess I'm sure they could give you feedback and ideas if you need help as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Tamor, what's on the roadmap?
So I think very soon next week I'm going to revamp the AI edits because that's kind of to me an overlooked feature that I think is really important. Next on, and then after that, which is going to unblock me on documentation tutorials. That is the next on my list. I'm going to hopefully hire that out, and that will be coming soon. I need to teach people how to use the product. After that, as far as like bigger feature development, is um, automation is something that's been requested.
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like yet, but I definitely want to do that. And then bulk processing, being able
Yeah.
to throw in 100 URLs or whatever at once, and then team plans seems
Yeah.
to be
Oh, yeah,
another
team
requested
plans
feature.
would be great. Faz, are there possibilities of extrapolating the write-up from multiple videos?
I did that. I've got the code stashed away because someone suggested it a long time ago. I thought that was a phenomenal
Like a
idea.
mashup?
Yeah, I thought that was fantastic.
That is a good
So I love this
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
Uh, the output, I have not been able to get great output at all from
Just
it.
jumbled. Yeah.
And this is only the second time someone's asked me, but I think it's a fantastic idea. But it needs more work, and also more people need to ask me about it. But yeah, I've tried it. It's just hard to get some good output.
Patrick has a suggestion. Not sure if this feature is available, but may user add their own keyword phrase and title. Then you could create URL slug using that keyword phrase.
Yes, so you can add in a particular keyword for the blog to be optimized on, and we have instructions. If you enter that word, that keyword should be used in the title, the first paragraph, the first image metadata, and it should be in the slug as well.
Ooh. Interpret. What are the credits? 10
Yeah, so
articles for tier one, right?
yeah, again, so we don't do credits, but yeah, we copy the blog. So yeah, 10 blogs a month for tier one, 30
Yeah, it
blogs
goes up.
for tier two, and then 100 blogs for tier three,
There's
and
a
then
lot of options there. And then your monthly subscription, kind of a similar model, I guess, for monthly.
yeah,
What would be
it's
the
just
lowest plan monthly that you're offering?
10 blogs a month. The same thing for either $9 a month yearly or $14 a month monthly.
That's a great price. That's a good price point. Not
And I'll
really.
go and say like those won't last long. We will raise our prices
Yeah,
soon.
that's pretty cheap, especially compared to your competitors, anybody in the AI space. So, Phil, how long is rendering the new content?
If you're doing just a short blog, the first time it's going to take a little bit longer. So it depends on how long the video is. And most of the time is spent transcribing it. So I don't know if it's like a 30-minute video, it shouldn't take more than 60 seconds to
Yeah,
start to see something on the
Anil
screen.
said he did like a movie here for 58 minutes, and it took less than a minute. I had the same experience. So let's see. Yeah, Patrick's saying, yeah, it's a movie, Patrick. Anil's making some movies.
We do support up to 3 hours long.
Oh,
So,
wow. Oh, okay. German, Hindi. Well, yeah, you can look, but it works for German and Hindi, correct? So
yeah.
if I copy and paste on my WordPress blog, will it assign appropriate H tags? I haven't tried it yet. Yeah,
What's an
should.
H tag?
The headings, the
Oh, yeah,
H1 headings. Yeah, it does all that. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, if you're copying and pasting it, make sure you copy as HTML. But we have a WordPress integration that you can
Yeah.
use,
Yeah. And
and it will do a little bit
you
better.
could always edit it. I mean, a lot of times I'll get stuff. So far with the video to blog, I haven't changed the H heading format because it has been working really nicely. But on some other tools, you go in and edit it later. You say, I don't like this, I'll make it an H3 or whatever. Can we attach featured image from AI?
Yes. So we originally offered that as a featured image directly before you generate a blog. We've kind of gotten rid of that because the feedback we got from users was that these AI generated images were
Yeah.
too esoteric, and so we removed that
Yeah.
because it does cost a lot of money. But if you really want to, just go in and press that slash option, and we still offer that. I don't, I'll tell you right now, I don't know if we're going to keep that
Oh, you might
because
lose the slash option.
oh no, we'll
Oh,
definitely keep
okay.
the slide.
I
We
like
might
that.
lose,
Yeah.
we might lose AI generated images. I don't know yet, but it's something that seems cool. But when I look at usage, people don't use it, and they're
Yeah.
expensive. And the very few people who do use it use the crap out of it. And so
Yeah. I
we're
mean,
looking at that. But
I
as of
like
now, I have no plans to remove it.
Midjourney and Ideogram. I'll use those for the AI images mostly. Here and there when we need stock photos, have the AI create stock photos. Let's see. Anil, is there a way to replace the screenshots similar to video tap? Yep. You can change them,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Just click on them. There's a menu. We try to pre-select 3 or 4 others so you don't have to manually scroll the video. But even if those aren't good, yeah, you can just hit on that dot 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 button uh, and
It
replace the
works.
screenshot
Yeah.
there.
Patrick, sorry about your bird. I didn't mean that. Killing two birds with one stone. Hope your bird is safe. I like birds.
I guess
Manoj.
I missed that.
Yeah, earlier I was saying, hey, yeah, kill two birds with one stone. I guess his bird left the chat. His bird's like, I'm out of here. I don't like this Joe guy. Manoj, can we generate and add AI images? Yes, but
Yes,
not
you can.
sure if that's sticking. I didn't notice that. Yep, you can replace screenshots. That's the dot dot. You can replace the screenshots, right? With the
Yeah, I did touch on that feature. Maybe I
yeah,
just glossed
yeah.
over it too much.
No,
Yeah,
it's okay. Yeah. How does links from sitemaps work?
So if you upload your sitemap, if you're not sure what a sitemap is, it's basically a map of your website that whatever platform you use should be auto-generated. And it's what Google uses to know all the links on your site. So if you
Yeah.
find that, you just enter it in, and we will look at your website. We'll crawl all your web pages and add links automatically that are relevant. And you can specify specific ones if you want to.
More. Can we add table in the output using custom
Yes,
instructions?
absolutely. Just type in, hey, add a table. And if it's still not doing it, you can give it relevant data and you can tell it to use the specific HTML tags. But yeah, you can do that for sure.
Yeah, Manoj, I think we covered this. You can use other people's blogs and regenerate content out of it. You can, right? You can use any YouTube link. but just be careful.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't comment on that directly. But you can
Yeah,
always use your own. You can use ones under the Creative Commons license. If you use other people's videos, you should either ask permission or you should
yeah,
attribute them. Um, but technically, that is copyright infringement. But
yeah.
yeah,
Definitely got to be careful. Patrick, I strongly suggest people take the output, manually edit in Hemingway. Goes for any AI output. Yeah, I agree. I use Grammarly usually. I'll run it through thereafter, or sometimes just testing. I'll use the content straight out of like video to blog and just fact check, edit it. But I don't know, Andrew, if you've heard about this, where you can, you take it and you run it through Hemingway or Grammarly. It just kind of humanizes it more, has a better flow. It doesn't look so AI.
yeah, it's something this is great feedback. I really want to add that into video blog. I think Grammarly had an API and they got rid of it. So I'm going to look at Hemingway, but yeah, I'd love to bring that functionality in the video blog.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah, that's great feedback.
the process that has been working for many is like this, where you take the AI, you can run it through like a surfer, or what you have in video to blog. You can optimize it, don't over optimize it. Then you go to Grammarly or Hemingway, you go through there and you get rid of all the red line, blue line mark stuff. So it flows better. Then you can bring it back into a surfer or a neuron writer, improve it a little bit more, and then publish. I think that's why I'm not a huge fan of the bulk automation that a lot of people are doing. I think you
Yeah,
still need your hands on this. If you really like, people are so concerned about ranking their content. If you're have everything on autopilot, it's like a spray and pray. It's you're just spamming your site, and you might not get hit right away, but you will eventually.
exactly. So yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. And for our automation, I don't know what that looks like exactly, but I think I'm definitely going to take that into consideration. Again, our goal is to create quality content, but
Yeah.
if this is all automated,
Yeah.
I don't want to enable people to do that.
Yeah, you
But
don't want people to say, "Oh, that video to blog or video tap, those tools are crap because I used it and it didn't work. It didn't rank." And well, what are you
yeah,
doing with the content? But the strategy is, if you have tiers of other websites that are help promoting your main money site, then it's okay to do the automation, because those are like those. That's not your brand. You're just creating other websites that could kind of push backlinks towards the site. That could be a good strategy where the automation really could come in handy. But for your money site, your brand, I would definitely go through that with like a fine tooth comb.
I think the automation might be something like you put a new video on YouTube, we detect it, we go ahead and create a blog draft for you, send you an email, click on a link, and then you go and edit it.
Yeah.
So something like that. But yeah, I definitely agree.
Vineet is another cool founder. I don't know if you're in the founder groups. He has a deal on AppSumo as well. I believe still there, but nice guy. I am a bit late. What's the difference from just taking the captions and adding it to Claude? So like copying, pasting, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You can do that. We just do a lot of, all of my effort is put into how exactly we tell AI that we want the blog. So we just do a ton of stuff different. So it's kind of hard to answer that question because we do a lot different.
Yeah, yeah.
But in theory, yeah, if you took that transcript, if it was the same quality as ours, and pasted it in AI and used our same prompt and did all those other things, you could get similar output, I guess.
Yeah, you could move the screenshot, right? You could just copy
Yep.
paste it in the editor.
Yeah, you can just drag it or copy and paste it.
Can we add a feature to be able to download all the images as a zip file and file name with title?
Yeah, I'm really glad you said this because as I mentioned earlier, like I need two separate people to ask me for something before I do it, and so you're the second one. So I totally get the need for this, and this will because you asked this, I'll definitely put this on the priority list.
Anil's,
Um,
he's a big, like I mentioned, big video guy. He's probably the first one in all the groups to jump on video tools, video transcription, stuff like that. So I actually wanted to have him on as well. So maybe if we do another session in the future, we can get him on, because he does a lot of good review videos on the video tools. So
yeah, no,
definitely pick his brain.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to look at that, either doing that directly, but the underlying question there is, they want better image optimization, which
Yeah,
is totally
yeah.
like the images we have now are huge. So we need to work on that.
The content score calculated looks a bit optimistic.
Yeah, I can look at it. It just like everything that has a check mark, like gets weighted. Actually, I think it's in there for the most part. Like it will tell you like plus 5 points, but to be honest, it's arbitrary. So, but yeah, you can go back in that interface and see how everything's calculated.
All right. Very cool. We've got all the questions. So thank you so
Awesome.
much, Andrew. I hope that was fun for you. We went through it pretty
Yeah, that was
fast.
that was great. And tons of
um,
great feedback in
yeah.
just this short time. So yeah, and I super appreciate you
And
having
they
me
could,
on.
sorry, they could email you,
Yeah.
Andrew at video2blog.ai or on your
Yeah.
website, AppSumo, the deal's there for a little bit longer. So check
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Email me directly if you have something wrong with the app, or it's better to email me in there because I get a little bit more context. But yeah, feel free to reach out. And again, it's great feedback, and I really appreciate you doing this, Joe. And I was
yeah,
watching your other videos, and they were super insightful. It's like I learned so much from other founders. So I think it's great that you're doing this.
yeah,
So
no,
super
thanks. I mean,
valuable.
the main reason I do these is to, as you could tell, is like I want to know about the tool myself. So I kind of I do it for like selfish reasons. I'm like, hey, I want to talk to you. Well, let's just publish it. Let's just go live while we're discussing this. So I know you're super busy. So I'm so happy you agreed to do it so quickly and did an awesome showcase of the tool and answered basically all the questions. We say invest in founders. You've been very transparent and you're quick on support, which is huge. And you created a nice platform, video to blog. So everyone should check it out if you have a use case for it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jeff. It was really awesome chatting with you.
Very, very cool. And yeah, I'll keep in touch and we'll share news if you want in the group as video to blog grows. And after you're off AppSumo, let's like reconnect.
Yeah, yeah, please do. I
All
would
right.
love that.
Cool. All right. Everyone check out videoblog.ai. And thank you so much, Andrew. And thanks
Yeah,
everyone for joining. Bye.
thanks, Joe. Thanks, everyone.